sports fans, ASMR Sports here. Boy, it is kind of a depressing evening for yours truly. The Yankees are well on their way to the fourth loss in a row. Looks like their chances of competing for the division are very quickly fading. So that's pretty classic Yankees, though. You know, they go on a 12 or 13 game win streak. Just playing fantastic baseball. And at the end of it, they're back to their old fucking ways, man. I have to say the offense, they've had a couple bad games, but like the third loss in a row, they put up some good numbers. But the pitchers, man, every time the Yankees scored, the pitchers gave it right back like 4 times it happened. That's a good way to kill your team morale. Alright, well, let's not talk about baseball. Football season is just about here. I'm not actually sure when games start. I got this from my distributor, but this is one of those boxes. I paid like basically retail for this, which is like $400 some, I think. Actually, let me see if I can check real quick. Just got the price list. Oh, okay. Well, I paid $250 for this box, but I think they sell for like $275 on Blowout. I'm sure on eBay they sell for like $200. So yeah, I thought I paid more for this. I actually was tempted to open this, but I thought I paid a lot more for it than that, so I was not really wanting to make that kind of investment. But I don't know, I may think about it for a future video. Look for ultra rare inserts, blah blah blah. 3 autographs and 1 memorabilia card, pretty good. 4 packs and 10 cards per pack, so there's 40 cards in here. Look for on-card autographs, your 1 signatures, rare ink variations, NFL training, blah 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 blah. So I would assume, I don't know for sure, but I would assume that the rookies in here are in their NFL, their NFL team uniforms, and not like that Prestige that I opened, where they're still in their college uniforms, but like the NFL team is identified on the cards. Anyways, that's something for future consumption, perhaps. This is another thing I got. In my last distributor order. Let's see what I paid for this thing. $34, so not bad. Unfortunately, it got a little bent. So, I'm guessing the photo inside is bent too, which sucks. Just one photo. Current or former player, so it really could be anybody. I'm pretty sure I ordered a few of these and I only got one, which is kind of like crazy that a product like this is like so heavily allocated. There was a time when you could pretty much buy a million of those if you wanted. That time is gone. Alright, well, this bad boy is the star of the show. This is a 1989 ProSet football Baseball Series 2, and actually this is the final update version, which has some cards that are kind of unique to that sort of third final update set. But for all intents and purposes, it's basically a regular Series 2 box in terms of getting the guys that you want out of here, namely Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders, and Deion Sanders, and a few others. This box is part of a case that I actually bought, I don't know, like a month ago, and had it sent directly to Baseball Card Exchange, hoping that they would determine, Steve Hart, that is, would determine that the case was sealed, and they would be able to wrap these boxes as FASC or from a sealed case. Unfortunately, it looked like the top was sealed of the case. I never saw the case before it was, opened by Baseball Card Exchange, but basically what Steve Hart told me is that the bottom looked like it had been opened and retaped, so he could not label these boxes FASC, so I just had him wrap them, like regular boxes, and the value is much less, but my suspicion is that the case was, untouched. These boxes are, very sharp. So I'm pretty sure I basically got clean, unmolested boxes as they came from the factory, but they're not wrapped FASC, so their value is significantly less than if they were FASC, but who knows? I mean, so I thought I would open one of these and see. I mean, if we get a reasonably good assortment of the top rookies, I think we can confirm that the entire case is free of any kind of tampering or, pack sequencing or anything like that. So let's kind of see what we see here. Very nice. For a long time, I've really loved this product. It was relatively well produced compared to 89's Score Football, which has the same rookie class, but is much rarer and much more expensive. But that product has really shot up in price over the years. Whereas this stuff has stayed pretty dang cheap. I think for like a wrapped box like this from Baseball Card Exchange, you're looking at like $75 to $100, maybe a touch more depending on where you get it. An FASC box would probably be like a couple $100 to $250, and you could probably get an unwrapped box for like $50 thereabouts. Whereas Score, it's like $1,000 a box right now, I think. It like when in the height of the sports card boom, several months ago, was those that were going for like $2,000, $2,500. And I actually had one that I ended up selling, so I don't have it anymore. But I've always loved this ProSet Series 2 because it's got the same checklist. Well, similar checklist and the same rookies. And it's just so much cheaper, and the cards are pretty sharp in here condition-wise. It's pretty easy to at least get like mint cards. Things are generally pretty well centered. I think they're pretty tough on these grading-wise, so I wouldn't be hopeful about getting a PSA 10 out of any rookies you pull out of here. But the cards are generally a pretty good condition. So I like this set. I've always wanted to kind of find a case, and I got a pretty good deal on it. It ended up not being that great of a deal because the case was not sealed, but if it had been sealed, it would have been a really good deal. For if you care, I paid $1,500 for the case. So there's my homie Andre Reed. Boy, he was rocking the NFL back in the days of the Bills' dominance in the late 80s, early 90s. Remember him well. Thurman Thomas was a rookie in this year. So I think, yeah, so the way these Series 2, I think you can get Series 1 and Series 2 cards in these packs, in these Series 2 boxes. So this is number 26. I assume that's Series 1. Thurman Thomas rookie card is only in Series 1. So here's the draft pick cards. Tom Ricketts. Crystal. So these draft pick cards are only in Series 2. Series 1 has some rookies, but not any of the draft pick cards. And then get these like announcer cards. Cleveland Gary, Jimmy Holland, Joe Riggs, Jay Schrader, Andre Rison. I think, you know, he's a decent pull, but back in the day he was one of the better rookies you could get out of this stuff. And much like that Prestige I was just talking about from 2021, these cards are featuring the draft picks in their football jerseys, but with the NFL team identified, the Colts in this case. So this card is actually one of the final update cards. Because of this blue border, I know that's the case. I don't know how big that final update set is. I think it's only like 50 cards or so. And I don't think there's anybody like major in it. There might be like one decent like rookie or star in it, but nothing significant. Is that the second Tim Worley we've gotten? Yep. We've already doubled our Tim Worley fun. Andre Bruce, Richard Dent, Tony Dorsett, fantastic. A friend of mine, when I first started collecting cards in the 80s, who was like a huge Cowboys fan, and Dorsett, of course, many years with the Dallas Cowboys as their rushing leader. And so I always had a, good opinion of Tony Dorsett because my friend loved him so much. Was his favorite player. I feel like at some point I owned a Tony Dorsett rookie. Dorsett is in the Football Hall of Fame. I've not looked that up. There's no way he's not. Randall Cunningham, Sheldon White. Another one. That's the same one we got before, I believe. Yep. Gary Hogaboom. Kurt Warner. He's got to be a Hall of Famer. Third Tim Worley. So we're definitely seeing a lot of repeats here, which, you're saying to yourself, well, why do you need that many Tim Worleys? And the answer is I don't, but I think we'll probably see a similar number of repeats of the star rookies once we start hitting them. That's my hope anyways. and centered. Like it. I don't know what a PSA 10 Dan Marino ProSet 89 goes for. Probably significantly less than the cost of grading. Speaking of grading, my BGS, I have like I don't know what it was, like an 8 or 9 card BGS order that I used PC sports cards for submitting, is theoretically on the way to me as we speak, so I hope to have that soon. So Mark Rippin was a rookie, I'm pretty sure, this year, even though he's got 2 years on there. I think like he didn't have cards before this. The Buzz. So that's my BGS order. I'm approximately excited for that, although, you know, I always assume the worst with these grading orders. So maybe I'll be super disappointed. I didn't really have like super great cards in that, just kind of a weird mix of things I sent in, which I'll talk about more when I get it. But another Tony D. Anyways, that'll be a nice little grading reveal video I can do with that once I get it, hopefully soon. So boy, you see again, just lots of repetition. And then in other grading news, my one bulk PSA order that I submitted back in September, that is now in I forget what it's called. So it's completed grading, and now it's in the I forget what they call it. It's where they like encapsulate the cards. It's not called encapsulation, but I forget what it's called. So alright, so there's a rookie in this final update set, but he's not, you know, anybody special. So anyways, suffice it to say, another Andre Rison rookie. Suffice it to say, the order that I've got kind of waiting Steve Young should be done, you know, I don't know, within a month maybe. After the step it's in right now, it goes to quality assurance, and there's quality assurance 1, quality assurance 2, and I've had orders stay in like quality assurance 2 for, you know, a couple of weeks or longer. So that could happen, but from what I've been seeing, PSA has been, as they've been like doing all their catch up really with all these orders. Bobby Humphrey, I don't know if he ever did anything, but I know this card was like really good when this product was out. But what I've seen in sort of following the forums, like on Blowout, they have a grading forum for people that grade cards and want to talk about all sorts of issues related to grading. From what I've seen there, like the orders that PSA is working through, like the backlog of orders, they've been pretty quick to get them like entirely through the process in one fell swoop. So I'm hoping that that means my order will be done in, you know, relatively short order. But who knows? You know what's funny? Lewis Tillman, I feel like at one point was a decent prospect as well. So what's funny about that PSA order is I think it's like 104 cards. I cannot for the life of me find any like evidence of what is in that order. I like totally lost the submission information. I submit, again, that's through PC Sports Cards, which is a third-party grader, so you send cards to them, and then they look at them and figure out if you made any errors, you know, in your listing of them, and then they send them in and get them back and send them back to you. So, anyways, that's the process and the way that this particular Anthony Miller, I think did pretty well in his career, and definitely was a good rookie when this came out. Otis Anderson and Joe Theismann. So, in any event, the process for submitting these cards to the third-party grading service was you basically go on PSA, you fill out an order, and then you tell the third-party grader the order number, and then I think you print out a copy of the order, and then you send the cards into the third-party grader, right? So basically what happens is the third-party grader uses that order number to kind of transfer that order to their account, and then it disappears. There's a nice Deion Sanders rookie. It disappears from your account, so you can't see the cards in there at that point. And I didn't really think to save anything from that order, so I have no idea what's in. I'm pretty sure that order was from when I went through a bunch of NBA cards, basketball cards, just looking for any parallels of anybody halfway decent or any rookies from the last few years, as well as any stars or base cards of decent rookies that I thought would grade well. So I think it's going to be very NBA heavy, which, NBA will be starting up soonish, so it won't be bad to have those cards, but I found myself sort of really wishing there was a bunch of Ohtani stuff in there. So there's the duplicate phenomenon we've been seeing. It's also the second Danny Stubbs. So the Deons are a little bit off center, left to right. So yeah, anyways, it'll be interesting to see that order because I just have no record of what's in it, so I have not been able to see that as I usually can when I send in an order and I'm about to get it back. I'll kind of look at the cards I sent in, and maybe I'll find there it is. There's the one you want, a little off center, but corners are looking nice, edges are looking nice. Surface is fine, as usually is with these older cards. So boom. So hopefully we'll see another one of that real quick. Icky Woods. He was kind of a phenomenon for a minute there. John Taylor, I remember, was really good too. And that's a rookie. So yeah, it'll be a fun surprise to go through that, and hopefully I'll find something that I don't remember at all sending in, but is totally awesome. Now because the player has done well in the year since I sent that in. Certainly Vlad Guerrero stuff would fit that description. Ohtani would fit that description. I think I had previously, before that order, I sent all my Gleyber Torres stuff in, so none of there's no Gleyber Torres in there, thank God. He's been injured, and he was doing pretty crappy before his injury, so not somebody I'd be wanting to get. Brent Fullwood was a rookie card. I'm not sure if that's worth anything at this point. I'll take the risk of leaving in my stacks of non-pulled cards. Whoa, look at that, jeez. Hopefully that's just the Chris Miller that's another one that was a rookie, even though it's got 2 years of experience on there. It just didn't have any 88 cards. I mean, it was basically Topps was the only company making cards in 88, so if you weren't in Topps in 88 as a rookie, then your rookies are in 89. Broderick Thomas was another one who was a really hot rookie when this product was out. I don't know how his career ended up going. I'm a little bummed that we didn't get another Barry Sanders relatively close, because I've been noticing that get a card in one pack, then like 3 packs later you seem to get the dupe. But there it is, the loft center still. But always good to have 2 Barry Sanders rookie cards. Unfortunately, these cards are just not worth very much. Unless they're PSA 10s, even then. I don't know what that rookie would go for, but not a whole lot. Another one of those Lewis Tillmans. So I guess next up, it seems like each stack here of packs has like a different rookie in it. Like first it was Deion Sanders, then it was Barry Sanders. Next I would expect, in one of these stacks I would expect that the Aikmans are going to be in there. So I think we'll get 2 Aikmans. But it definitely looks like these boxes are untampered. And, just as they would come from the factory. Sammy Smith was another one of those guys that was like super good rookie back when this product came out. Don BB. Doug Flutie. He was a Boston College hero, so like he's super well known in the Boston area where I lived for many years. Yeah, he was a local kind of quasi-celebrity. I think I've mentioned him before when I was opening up 87 football packs where his rookie cards are to be found, but never really did that much for New England. But always was a favorite player of the Boston locals. Oh, Tyrone Braxton, that's who maybe I'm thinking of was in this. So Tyrone Braxton was one of the very first really good players to make it to the NFL from the North Dakota State University Bison, which you've heard me talk about before because I live in the hometown of the NDSU Bison, and lately their cachet has really been growing. They've got Carson Wentz, they've got Easton Stick, they've got Trey Lance now coming out of the program, as well as some other kind of minor players. But Tyrone Braxton was one of the very first to play in the NFL out of NDSU, so I gotta pull that. Joe Wolf. So another rookie that's in this set that is in the Series 1. Set, which again I think is in these packs, is Michael Irvin, Hall of Famer. I'll take a hard, sure, why not? Guessing like Ozzie Newsome and Al Toon and like a lot of the guys in this set are in the Hall of Fame. Ronnie Lott certainly is. I'll take him out actually. Tuttle Jones. It's kind of funny we have not gotten, well, maybe this is Maybe Jerry Rice is one of those guys. But like, you know, Joe Montana, John Elway, Dan Marino, those kind of guys, we haven't really gotten many of those players, if any. So other than that, Jerry Rice that just came out. So I wonder if those are going to be hiding in like the last stack, or they're just not that common to get into Series 2 packs, or what. Herschel Walker traded card, that's pretty cool, especially for, you know, I'm in Vikings territory, so a lot of people remember Herschel Walker and that big trade to bring him over. Rod Woodson, I think, was one of those rookies that didn't have a card in '88, so he's a Hall of Famer, I'm pretty sure. Like 99% sure. Steve Walsh was a decent card to have back in the day, but not so much now. So that's the first kind of like rookie that we got, you know, a bunch of before, but hadn't seen for a while. Now we're getting more. So, and there's your big name star. Anthony Delwig was not a bad pull back in the day. All right, last pack from this third stack. This one feels like really full for some reason. I'm gonna count the cards in here. I feel like they accidentally put in way too many cards. Yeah, this is like, it's crazy how thick this is. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23. That's crazy. I've never seen that. It's like a accidental jumbo pack. 24 cards, I think, that I count. Or 23. When there's supposed to be 15. That is kind of hilarious. Alright, last stack of packs here. So hopefully we'll get some Aikmans. Or some Michael Irvins, or both. Steve Pallure, Roger Craig, Rob Woodson will pull out. Rod, why do I keep calling him Rob? Nothing. Babyface Jimmy Johnson right there. I'm getting a little nervous. We're not going to get our Troy Aikmans. Or that dang Steve Walsh. Hartley Dykes was pretty decent. Oh, Bo Jackson, that's what I'm talking about. Keith Jackson, that's a rookie card. jumbo pack, guys. Exciting. This thing is crazy thick. That is so funny. I've never really seen that before. Like a 15 card pack having like way more than 15 cards. I've never seen that in anything. Steve fucking Walsh. You're killing me. Joe Montana. Reggie White. Jonathan Hayes. Oh man, 2 packs. Are we gonna get a single Troy Aikman, guys? Wow. Okay, our last chance for Troy Aikman. What do you think? Can we do it? Okay. I don't think we're gonna get it. I think there's one more rookie. And that's it. Wow, so no Troy Aikman's, bummer. I'll take a Marcus, sure, why not? Oh, one more rookie. Rodney Pete, another one we haven't gotten any of until now. So, interesting. I mean, you know, we definitely got like multiple rookies, lots of rookies, and we got a couple of Barry Sanders, so that's good. I mean, he's definitely the most valuable card in this set, which isn't saying much, but we got 2 of him, so that's great. But yeah, I guess it's possible to not get some cards in the set in a box, which isn't too surprising. Especially because there are Series 1 and Series 2 cards in this product. So it's really much not possible to do a complete set in a single pack or a single box of packs. But it'd be nice if we just got less Steve Walshes and more, or at least one Troy Aikman. But not today. Not today, sports fans. Alright, well there you go. There's one full box of BBCE wrapped 89 ProSet 2. If you want to open your own box and you want me to put these up, let me know. But I'm kind of inclined to just hold on to them for a while because they're not really worth that much more than I paid for them, so it's like that doesn't make much sense to sell them now. Alright, well, thanks so much for watching, buddy. We'll catch y'all later. You have a great one.